Slamdown is sponsored by BODYSLAM and Jam and WWE Smack Talks. Welcome to another episode of Slamdown live stream. We're going to be covering everything Raw. One little thing I want to really cover quickly, because I've noticed it on the live stream. Paige has commented and said her return to the WWE will be more likely May time. So there is a possibility. Hang on. Yeah, she will not be at WrestleMania. So it will be sort of May time that she will be back and back on our TVs. But wasn't set what day or date in May. She just said about May time. This was on the live stream where she was on the live stream with her brothers, UK Hooligans. So I've just seen that. So I thought I'd lay that out to everybody watching this. So, you know, if people were hoping that Paige would be back at Mania, I'm sorry, but it's not. It's going to be May time. So it's going to be some point after WrestleMania that we see Paige back. And also, it squashes all the rumours that Paige is leaving, she's going to M&A and all that bull crap. You know, that's one thing that annoys me is people post something and everybody just starts randomly believing it. Don't believe everything you read. That is, you know, there's been so much rumours and gossip about past. It's ridiculous. But anyway, Paige is back in May. But let's move on to about Raw. Kicking off Raw, we saw Raw Commissioner Stephanie McMahon and was confronted by Roman Reigns. And basically, Steph said to him, if you interfere with the Braun Strowman match later on in the evening, she threatened to boot him out of WrestleMania. But then Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson came down and said they'll take Roman Reigns on. So Stephanie liked that idea and put Roman Reigns on a 2-on-1 handicap match against Roman Reigns. And the match ended in a disqualification. So it didn't hurt anybody losing. Yeah, sorry, right. Roman Reigns won via disqualification by Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. Now, after that, we had a returning Bo Dallas. We haven't seen him on screen for a while. It seems to be they're not really vastly interested in Bo Dallas from the way things have been going with him. You know, he had a really big build-up and then suddenly they just slowed it down and you didn't see him on screens anymore. But you saw Bo Dallas taking on Kofi Kingston. It did look like Bo Dallas was about to get the victory and then Kingston hit the SOS and then got the victory. After that, we had went to the Cruiserweights, where we had Jack Gallagher taking on Noam Dar. Now, I'm not sold on the Cruiserweights. I don't know if it's the characters in there or the way it's shot, or, you know, I'm just not that invested in it. I skipped through most of it, to be honest. It was an okay match. We did see Jack Gallagher get the victory in the end. It's going to be a 2 out of 5 stars. And I thought the Kofi Kingston borrowed at least 2.5. Right, after that, we had Emelina announcing the makeover of Emelina. As you know, they've teased this for a long time about Emelina coming. She's going to be premiering soon. We've been waiting God knows how long. It's felt like years. She debuts, she comes out with all the makeover done, and then announces it's going to be the makeover of Emma. Now, the rumours and the backstage news that are coming out is that they weren't sold on Emma playing that character. So I think they're going to revert back to the old Emma. It just gets a feeling they just do not know what to do with her. After that, we had Braun Strowman taking on Mark Henry, which was a good match. It was nice to see him go against a proper athlete instead of having all these random talents going against Strowman, and Strowman showing that he's a big muscly guy and take down anybody. So it was nice to actually see him being in a proper match. It was good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. We did see Braun Strowman manage to get the victory in the match, defeating Mark Henry. So that was definitely, I'll give it be nice, 3 out of 5. We saw Sami Zayn taking on Rusev, where we saw Sami Zayn actually manage to get the victory. It was actually a good match. I really enjoyed it. We did see Samoa Joe being interviewed backstage just before that match, basically saying he's the destroyer. He doesn't take commands from anybody. From the way they're doing this, I could actually predict that they're going to put Samoa Joe together with Kevin Owens. And I'll get onto that a little bit later in this show, but I really can see that being a possibility. I'm trying to think what's... Yeah, he talked some trash about Zayn earlier in the evening during an interview with Michael Cole. After that match, Sami Zayn was on the ramp. Samoa Joe came out and attacked Sami Zayn, taking out Sami Zayn. After that, we had another Cruiserweight match with Tozawa taking on Daivari. Good little match. We saw Brian Kendrick on the commentary team. It was an alright little match, 2 out of 5 stars. After that, we saw the Festival of Friendship. Through the show, there was little treat bits here and there. We saw Chris Jericho got Kevin Owens a statue to represent their friendship, and then a painting of the both of them. But Chris Jericho turned around and said, "I've got the best gift for you for all." We heard Goldberg's music hit. And also Goldberg wasn't advertised to be on the show, so you see the crowd getting really into it, cheering for Goldberg. Yeah. Then Gilbert comes down. Now, I actually did find this funny as hell to see Gilbert actually back. For people that don't know, Gilbert has been used on the Edge and Christian show that was on the network. But no, we saw Gilbert come down with the people holding the little sparklers. I thought that was quite funny. Kevin Owens went under the ropes, went to attack Gilbert, putting him down. And then Kevin Owens said, "I've got a small present." Gave him the present. Chris Jericho opened the present, and it was a new book. Not a book, a new list of Jericho. So Jericho fought. Jericho saw his name was on the list, turned it around, and it said the list of KO. And then Kevin Owens attacked Chris Jericho and beat him down. There was a little thing before this, before the Festival of Friendship. We did see Triple H talking to Kevin Owens in private, but we didn't actually see we didn't hear what Triple H was saying to Kevin Owens. So this is another reason I believe there possibly could see Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe joining together to be a dominant force. You know, none of this sort of jokey around with Jericho, actually make them a proper dominant force in the WWE. Especially with Kevin Owens may drop his title to Goldberg. So, are they going to put Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe together to go for tag team titles? You know, that's the feeling I'm getting from that. Pardon me. After that, we had Cesaro taking on Enzo Amore. Why, that's not right. No, yeah. Them two had a match because last week Enzo Amore and Big Cass cost Cesaro their title match when Luke Gallows attacked Enzo Amore. Cesaro got the victory, which you knew that was going to happen. Two-star match, to be honest, because you could tell, you know, Enzo Amore is not the best athlete. After that, we had the main event where Bayley was taking on Charlotte Flair to for the Raw Women's title. Now, to me, this match was amazing. Bayley looked really good in this match. Normally, it's Bayley's looked average, but she looked really good in this match. It was to and fro between them. We saw Danny Brooks interfere. Is it Danny Brooks? Interfere in the match that which Bayley had Charlotte in a submission. She came out, grabbed Bayley, and then Bayley released the hold. And then when Charlotte Flair had Bayley in the 8-figure four, is it the 8 or the 6-figure four? Sasha Banks came down, hit Charlotte. Then Bayley took advantage of that and got the victory. Happy to see Bayley holding the title. I feel it's about time Bayley holding the title. I'm going to say overall, the matches weren't great, but the segments and the bits and bobs like that they had in between the matches were brilliant. It did feel a lot more better than it's previously been. I quite enjoyed Raw. I didn't fast forward much. You know, I might be hard on the cruiserweights, but it's just because we've seen fantastic cruiserweights, and I don't know if it's the rest of themselves or it's the way they're being used or the way they're being booked, but there's still that disconnect for me. Yeah, but I think that's everything for this show. We will be back at 10... Yeah, hang on. We'll be back at 9 p.m. GMT. So probably about 40 minutes to cover everything SmackDown. So a big thank you to everybody watching. I've been your host, Ashley Friend, and I'll see you at 9 p.m.